Hey, babe. Girl, don't be mad, girl. School back just a little bit. I know I have been behind by at least 2 episodes, which is like a total of 4 episodes, okay? 2 for Basketball Wives LA and 2 for Basketball Wives Orlando. And I am going to go ahead and get into the last 2 episodes, okay? So I can get my opinion real quick so that we can be caught up because the new episodes are expected to drop tonight, okay? So let me go ahead and get this up for y'all and hopefully we can make this quick, okay? Now, let me find my notes, honey, because I don't, girl, let me see which notes is which, honey. And I'm hoping that I can remember as I look at my notes, I'm hoping that I can remember the episodes because I had been taking notes. I just haven't had the time or made the time to do the reviews. Okay, so here we are. And now that I'm about to do this review, can y'all please do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button on the channel underneath the video? It is free. All right, and that's one of the free ways that you can support this channel. Okay, so go ahead and hit the like button for me. Also, feel free to subscribe and make sure you share the video to your other good Judies that's interested in Basketball Wives. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much in advance. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Basketball Wives LA. All right. Going back previously the past episode, so 2 weeks ago, Clayanna, Vanessa, and Brittany. So they all link up and they talk about the cooking class. And Brittany got a text from Clayanna. Okay. I believe she got a text from Clayanna when, they were waiting on Clayanna to show up not Clayanna, waiting on Brittany to show up to the cooking class. And of course, Brooke was like, girl, wait on who? Like, who is that? Who we waiting on? Anyway, so Clayanna thought it would be great of her, which with her messy ass, to text Brittany and let her know, like, girl, they in here talking about you. Clayanna, you a messy ass bitch. I don't care what nobody's talking about, girl. You messy as hell. And not only are you messy, it kind of gives that you're miserable as well. And you heavily stay on the defense. And I don't know what that's about, but you need to work through that and work on that, okay? Because you are going to ruin a lot of relationships with stuff like that, okay? Now, Vanessa says, what they say about Brit. And then Clayanna was like, girl, don't play like that. Bitch, don't even play me like that. Like your S was sitting right there, so you already know what it is that they said. And I'm like, well, they really didn't say anything. Because the way Brittany is coming off right now, she making it seem like you said that, oh, they was talking about this and they said that about you. That's why Vanessa was kind of like, girl, what they said about Brittany. All they said was like, who? Nobody really said anything but Brooke. So what was the issue? Anywho, so then they felt the way about Vanessa not coming over to speak when Brittany got there. First of all, BITCH, you got there late. That's number one. So for you to expect Vanessa to come all the way over there to where you at and greet you, girl, you expecting a little too much, okay? Now, Vanessa looked over there and she waved at you and she spoke to you, yeah, because they had already been waiting on you, okay? So it is what it is, all right? Clayanna says that Vanessa was being fake by waiting until after the class to text Brittany. Now, if you didn't go up to her after the class, that is a bit why, like, girl, why would you do that? Why you ain't go up to her after the class? I feel like Clayanna might have a little point with that. Like, you could have at least spoke to her after the class, unless you was rushing to get to your kid or something. But I said that's weird. Yeah, I said because Britt was late, ain't nobody finna go over there and walk over there and greet her. But of course, Clayanna wants to be messy. So of course she'll bring up talking about something that was fake or whatever for her to text the girl after the class was over with. First of all, it ain't got shit to do with you. So shut up. Okay, that's on them. Maybe after the class, she wasn't thinking about it. Maybe she was thinking about rushing home to get to that man that's been cheating on her all these years to make sure he ain't got another woman up in her house. Maybe that's what she was focused on. Okay. Anywho, Vanessa talks about investigating Jen's man. And she says that she wants Jackie there when she talks to Jen and then starts talking about a pecking order. So they go into the hierarchy of like Basketball Wives and who's more important than the other and all of this other stuff. Okay. They kind of started to lose me with that conversation because I didn't understand how did we get to the pecking order when the conversation is primarily focused on this bitch having tea on Jen's man and wanting Jackie to be there. Okay. So I'm not, y'all explain to me because I was a little lost. Then Clayanna, let's get to Clayanna. Clayanna starts bragging on her baby daddy. And I was a little confused. I'm trying to remember when that scene was, but I don't know who Clayanna was talking to. I feel like she could have been talking to Jackie. Yeah, because they all were talking about like a pecking order. No. Let me go back. I think I think Vanessa had told Jackie about, the whole situation with Jen, okay, how she want Jen to be there. I think these group of ladies started to then talk about a pecking order, the hierarchies, and all of this stuff when it comes to basketball wives and girlfriends and others. Okay. So Clayanna decides to bring up her baby daddy and she begins to brag on him. And that is annoying because I was confused as to why you needed to brag about his accolades as it comes to the pecking order for me. Maybe you needed to brag about it because he's been in the industry or he's been in that arena long enough to have built certain accolades. So maybe that's why it was important for the pecking order. But to me, Clayanna reminds me of an old friend, a person that has yet to make accomplishments on their own, a person who has yet to achieve their own accomplishments and try to tie themselves to what their sibling or person that they're dating or whatever may have going on. So it's like you don't have enough accolades of your own for you to brag about, so you have to brag about his and the things that he got. Okay, so it's like, girl, are y'all even cool? Does he even like you? Like, what is that? What is the real dynamic of y'all? Are y'all together? Are y'all not together? People saying you was a side chick. I believe he married. Not like, what's going on with that? Okay, you over there bragging about his accolades because you don't have any. Is what it was given. But anywho, Brittany, Clayanna, and Gizelle. Clayanna and Gizelle, I hope I'm saying her name right. They ended up getting into it. Okay, all because of the Brooke situation. I think when it came down to Brooke and when it came down to Brittany. And I think Clayanna did not quite remember who started what when it came down to the body shaming. And I think that she was initially Team Brooke. I think that she was going up for Brooke more than she was going up for Brittany. But Clayanna being the messy bitch, the what else I want to label her as? The problematic one, the drama filled one. She wanted to make sure that she continues to drive a wedge. It's like, Clayanna, are you trying to isolate Brittany from the friend group so that she could just only be your friend or something? Like, what is that really about? But anywho, Clayanna and Gizelle got into it over what Clayanna couldn't remember or whatever she said when it came down to Brooke and Brittany. Okay, I felt like Clayanna was wrong about what she heard, but she always on the defense, and a lot of stuff don't be having nothing to do with her. So I just felt like Clayanna was wrong. I'm not really liking Clayanna at all. I think that she over inserts herself into situations, but at the same time, I was Clayanna kind of right. Like Brooke was just as wrong as Brittany was, but I do believe that Brittany started off the whole body shaming conversation. Okay, so the whole argument between the two ladies really was not necessary, but Clayanna is always walking around looking for a fight. So Brooke and Brittany ended up having to sit down where they pretty much sorted out their issues and all of that. So I think that everything is all good when it comes to Brittany and Brooke. Okay, they have an understanding. Brooke has like a birthday party or something that Jackie does for Brooke. And once they get downstairs, of course, Clayanna decides that she's going to show up. Clayanna pops up. And once she pops up, I think that she didn't speak to Brooke. She just immediately sat down because she was the last person to come down. So then Brooke was like, girl, you're not going to speak to me or whatever like that. And I think she said that she said hi. And then Brooke was like, well, girl, you didn't say happy birthday or whatever. So Clayanna went over there, hugged Brooke, said happy birthday, all this and that. Okay. Then I'm trying to remember who pulled Clayanna to the side. Was it Jackie? I think Jackie may have pulled Clayanna, or Evelyn, or somebody pulled Clayanna to the side to have a conversation. Once they pulled Clayanna to the side to have a conversation about whatever issues was going on, I think she was talking about Vanessa. So Vanessa heard her name. She came over. Then Brooke came over. So then next thing you know, it was like Vanessa versus Clayanna. And then it was Brooke versus Clayanna. And they got into the whole spiel. So much so, Clayanna put her hands in Brooke's face. Brooke said, get your hands out my face or whatever like that. And then Clayanna was showing her, I'm not going to be punked. That's one thing I did like about Clayanna in that moment. Don't let Brooke punk you, because sometimes Brooke does lead with the energy that Evelyn leads with. Like, I'm that bitch, I beat your type thing. So I'm glad that Clayanna did not technically back down from Brooke. But Brooke, I do feel like you was wrong as hell for security to come over there. You know they in between y'all, and for you to take that drink and for you to throw it on that girl. I do feel like you was wrong. I feel like that was foul. I feel like if somebody would have did that to you, we would not have heard the last of it. And the way that y'all go on to justify Brooke's actions, I have to say, it's not right. So y'all got me over here agreeing with Clayanna, and I'm like, why? But if she ain't wrong in that, she not wrong in that. Now, you definitely was dog ass wrong the way that you did Jen, though. You was definitely wrong on that part. But as far as getting a drink thrown on you, I don't think that you necessarily deserve that. But also at the same time, I kind of slick didn't care too. I felt like Brooke was wrong, but I was glad that you got splashed, because I'm like, now you see how it feels. Now you see how it feels for y'all to be sitting up there running y'all mouths, and then for somebody to go the extra mile or to take a step that they should not have taken. Like you was with Jen. You was running your mouth, doing all of that talking, saying all of that that you were saying. And when Jen turns around, only to just turn around and exchange words because y'all were having a sparring session with words, you decided to get physical by pushing her. So you were wrong in that, okay? Just like Brooke was wrong in throwing the drink on you. It's really just that simple, okay? Did I care? Not necessarily, because that was your karma in a sense, okay? Now, the ladies did chat about the fiasco that happened the night before, and Brooke thinks that she was right for throwing the drink in Clayanna's face. And I'm like, you were not right. We don't necessarily care, but let's be honest, you were not right, okay? I felt like that was not cool, and I told y'all the reason why, okay? Brittany tells Jackie that she doesn't like how the group like to gang up on people in so many words. And if you don't agree with their stance, they'll turn around and make you the outsider. So she's trying to figure out her balance in the group and when to and when not to like share her unpopular opinion. So that's what Miss Brittany has going on, okay? And Jackie is trying to support her in that and just like, you know, girl, just say whatever the hell on your mind. They may not like it. They'll get with the program. We'll figure it out. Whatever, okay? So she's not gonna say nothing yet, because she wants to bring Clayanna back in the group, because she and Clayanna have become really good friends. So she's not gonna say nothing just yet, but she gonna say something eventually, okay? Now, Evelyn goes to have this conversation with Clayanna to tell her that she was pretty much wrong for how she handled Brooke. So Evelyn tells Clayanna that she feels like Brooke was justified in her actions for throwing a drink on her. And I said, Evelyn, girl, I threw my hands up like, come on now, Evelyn. Now, I don't have to like Clayanna's character on this show to know that you wrong as hell for that. I don't have to, girl, to know that you, like, come on now. So, then she brings up how Clayanna handled Jen. I was kind of with you on that. Like, you be over here unhinged, doing too much. I mean, it showed in your actions with Jen. So, girl, it's giving karma back to you, even though she wasn't necessarily justified. But Clayanna sent over here. Did y'all catch how Clayanna was lying, talking about how she barely touched Jen? No, bitch, you touched Jen all the way. All the way. And this is why I can't get with Clayanna for two reasons. One, you're a liar. That's the number one reason, okay? And number two, you always on the defense looking for a fight. Ain't nobody got time for that type of friendship. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Then she goes on and kept saying, allegedly, saying that she allegedly touched Jen. Girl, that was killing me. And it's like, yeah, you don't know the reality TV game, do you? You're passing around the words allegedly because you don't want her to put charges or nothing on you or whatever. But you do know y'all were filming, right? You do know they got that on camera, right? When you pushed her, right? Girl, cut it out. Evelyn says they should act like adults or whatever. And I'm like, Evelyn, you would be want to talk knowing your history, bitch. But okay. So Clay says, we can be adults, but we're not going to be adults if you finna sit up here and try and say that the BITCH throwing a drink on me is justified, but you got me fucked up. Like, that don't even make no sense. That's hypocritical. I was with Clay a little bit on that. I was like, you better call her out right there in her face, because you ain't lying. That's the part that you're not lying on, girl. So I'm with you. Then Clayanna says she's willing to move forward with Gizelle. She says, and I'm willing to move forward with Jen because it is what it is. I'm cool on that. She said, but when it comes to Brooke, girl, you got me fucked up. Like, girl, no, I need some more time because they threw a drink on me and I want my motherfucking lick back. Understand it? I sure do. So that's what she's saying. And it's like, yeah, you want to make up with Jen because you on the outs, but Jen ain't trying to fuck with you. So it is what it is. So Brittany does talk to the girls about extending grace to Clayanna when they were at the shaman or whatever, but ain't nobody with it. Nobody's with it. Evelyn says, absolutely not. I'm not giving her no kind of grace, nor am I giving any grace to Vanessa. Okay. And then she talks about how Vanessa over there investigating Jen's man. So of course, Jen is hot about that. So they're all going to have a conversation later on to address whatever it is that Miss Vanessa had to say about Jen's man. So Evelyn does confront Vanessa. And she tells her, like, listen, BITCH, I heard that you was telling the girls that me and Levon had broken up. And that's not necessarily true. Okay. I have not given back a ring. You haven't seen me do this. You haven't seen me do that. I don't necessarily like that. That's not your business to tell. Why do you always constantly stay in other people's business? Why do you do that? You got so much going on in your life. Talk about that shit. Why are you over here investigating Jen's man? What the hell is going on? And then Jen is like, girl, let me sit up and talk about this. Okay, BITCH, because you know I've been very happy and I'm in love with that man, bitch. Okay. And you see my mother glow. Now I be taking a whole lot of shit on this show, but when it comes to him, it's a few things that I'm just not gonna motherfucking take, especially when you sitting over there with this mud rag sitting on your motherfucking head, girl, and you got time to be dipping and doing it over here in my business with my man, girl. You need to dip it and do it, okay, in a beauty salon. Okay, get that head right, get them bangs together is what you need to be doing. You need to be focusing on that instead of digging over here deep in what we got going on. Okay, so Jen pretty much goes off on her and she just lets her know. I never, because I think Vanessa was like she wanted to look out for Jen or trying to have her back, and Jen was like, I don't need you to have for me. I never told you I needed that, and I'm so here for it. And it's like, no, you did that to be vindictive, Vanessa, but you trying to sit up here and disguise it as though you was looking out for her. Girl, you was never looking out for her. You were trying to get back at Jen because Jen went and told somebody what it is that you said about Evelyn, which resulted in Evelyn checking your ass on site. And that's why you went and researched her nikah. Let's be very honest about that. And then the gag for me is the fact that you sitting over there talking about you wanted to make sure that Jen was aware and you looking out for her, but you went and told everybody else but Jen. So make it make sense for us. You full of shit. Okay. Anywho, Evelyn says that she needs to figure out her life and says Vanessa and Clayanna are a fucking mess, which she ain't never lied on that. Evelyn tells Vanessa a business when she talks about the miscarriage. She's like, you got a whole lot going on. You know what I'm saying? She talks about her having a miscarriage and being extorted or whatever. But then she also tried to flip it and make it a motivational speech at the same time. Like, you sympathize with her. Here's the thing. I wanted to feel bad in that moment for Clayanna and feel like Evelyn should not have said what she said about that lady's miscarriage and things like that. But I don't feel sorry at all because BITCH, that's what you get. You sat up there and confided in Evelyn about your own personal business. Meanwhile, you running around researching, finding tea out on other people, and whatever the case is, bringing old ass 10-year-old storylines to the front. So now you see how it feels for somebody to out what's going on with you. Now you see how that shit feel. You got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things you could deal with, a lot of things you could bring to the front. And I feel like Evelyn purposely brought that to the front to slick help Vanessa a little bit when she brought up the miscarriage and everything else, like throwing it back up in her face. Because like, let's use that as your storyline, girl. Let's dive deeper on that. That's what we need to be focusing on instead of you coming over here trying to disrupt and interrupt other people's relationships and what they got going on in their lives. Let's do that. So there's that. What else happened? Yeah, I just felt like that's what you get. What else? I think that was pretty much it. Evelyn tries to connect with Vanessa on one-on-one and lets her know that, listen, whatever you need, I'm here and I'm willing to help you, but you can't keep going down the road that you're going down. Evelyn, I do feel like your tears were fake as hell. I don't think that you genuinely care to help her out of the rut that she's in or through her marriage or anything like that. I don't think so. I just think that was fake ultimately. And do I feel bad for Vanessa? No, the fuck I do not. Y'all can if you choose to. But I don't. It's really just that simple. Okay. Don't be around here digging up other people's tea if you don't want your tea spread amongst the other people too. Hello? Good night. Exactly. So that's all that I have for Basketball Wives LA. Leave your thoughts and comments down below for the past 2 episodes. Now we got to go ahead and switch over and get into my girls. Basketball Wives Orlando is what we do got to talk about. Okay. So let me go ahead and switch up. All right, girl, because I feel like it's so much that's been going on over here. I hope I can remember. All right. So Mackenzie and Rashad. We done finally met Rashad, y'all. Okay. And Mackenzie is really thinking she and Rashad are best friends. I do not believe that that's your best. I don't believe that you're his best friend. I do believe that he's your best friend, but I do not believe vice versa. Okay. Mackenzie says that she isn't worried about their relationship ending like her and Dwayne's relationship ended because her and Dwayne had trust issues. But she's saying that she and this new relationship with Rashad, they ain't got those type of issues and they bestie. Keep in mind, baby, this is a new relationship. I don't even think y'all have been dealing with each other beyond 6 months. Again, this is still a new relationship and y'all barely even got a title. Y'all don't got a title, high key. Okay, so for you to judge this relationship in the first few months in comparison to a year's worth, however many years worth of a relationship with your ex, stop that. Stop that, girl. Okay, what else happened? Oh, I also want to know this. You and Rashad ain't even together or dealing with each other on that level no more, from my understanding. Okay, let Danny tell it. So I would like to know, how did it end? And since y'all was so much of besties at that time, are y'all still best friends now? Let the people know. Anywho, we see Nikki invite the girls to a slumber party, so they're going to be hanging out. Morgan talks with her mom about getting into it with everybody, and they speak on Eric. Okay, she doesn't seem to be over him. At least it don't seem like to me that she's fully over her ex-husband. And I kind of, if they've been together for a minute, I can kind of understand her not being over that relationship. Everything that she sacrificed to be in that relationship, I'm if she's not all the way there with it, even though she did divorce him, I guess I understand. But if you weren't ready, you shouldn't have divorced him, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it is messed up that y'all broke up and now he's with the side chick that he has about 3 children with, and I think they could be married at this point. Like, that's messed up. But anywho, so Morgan speaks on resenting her mom for her dad not being around. Okay, she talks about how she's dealt with some abandonment issues, which is why she stayed with Eric for such a long time. And now that she's a mom and she sees what it's like having to deal with these complicated and problematic men, she now can understand what her mom went through raising her. Okay, like it seems like Morgan threw up in her mom's face a lot the absence of her father and made it appear as though it was her mama's fault. But now she's in that situation that she would never want to feel the pain that she pushed off on her mama when she was younger. Now she can relate and she can get it, and she wants to work on being a better mom herself when it comes to her kids and all of that. Now, Nick and Milan link up. Now, why did y'all bring Milan's sisters onto the show for their ass to be nowhere to be found right now? She over there looking for them. She can't find them. They done took her jewelry and all this and that. And some part of me is like, that's what you get, because why the fuck did you bring them problematic little girls down there anyway? Like you was going to be able to raise them and help take care of them and all of that stuff. You know, them girls just wanted to get out of jail free card. Okay, and it's given that they probably was supposed to be charged with something, since they had, didn't they steal the damn what was it, the rental car had something, whatever they had going on. I can't quite remember, but I feel like they probably had some legal stuff that was coming behind them. And I feel like you bringing them down south to show them something different was really your way of trying to get them to escape and get out of Dodge, so they ain't served with nothing. But anyway, girl, let's keep going. She says she gonna change. She says she's going to change who she is. You know, I guess. Oh no, she says she's gonna change who she's good to. Meaning, I guess she's too good to her sisters. They take advantage of her, so she's gonna be mindful of that. Girl, you already knew that. You knew that. You knew what it was when you signed up. You know how your sisters get down. You know the lifestyle that y'all had. I don't know why you thought things was gonna change because your ass on a TV show. Like, girl, it was so unnecessary. You know, to see that. But anyway, Nika's ready to move on from the drama. Okay. And she's open to have a conversation with Morgan, Danny, all of them. She's just ready to move on because Nick just doesn't dwell in a drama filled negative space. Okay. And I don't blame her for that. Being on your grown woman, let's move on. Milan ain't ready. She's ready to fight. Okay. Milan likes to hold on to things for a long period of time. And Milan, that's what's gonna make you not be likable by the audience, because you just keep holding on to the beef and blowing it up, making it bigger than what the it is. Like, it is what it is. She felt like Nikki and Danny were taunting her online. Okay. She saw that they did a live, somebody screen recorded it. I believe that she screen recorded it herself. And I believe that Nikki had said something like, she got in the way and got hit or something like that, or she messed around and got hit. And then you hear Danny laughing in the background. So now Milan is upset that Nikki would say anything like that. And it's like, y'all not even rocking with each other. So why should she say anything that's in your favor, number one? And then number two, why is you mad at Danny for laughing when she ain't your friend either? Y'all ops. I'm not, I can laugh at what the hell I want to on with you. I ain't got no loyalty to not laugh about nothing somebody's saying about you, girl. Go on about your business. So she says that her and Nikki not cool, so she don't really care what she has to say. But then she finds a reason to still be bothered by Danny. And I'm like, girl, it's not clicking, Steven. You not cool with Danny either. So what are you talking about? I ain't cool with Nikki. So I don't care what she got to say. Well, bitch, did you forget the last conversation y'all had? You not cool with Danny either. You just trying to have an issue with somebody on the show. Let's move on. Rashad and Mackenzie go out to eat. So she over there pouring her heart out to this man, but he not really pouring his heart out to her. He's just over there going along with whatever she's saying, but he does tell her that they don't have no title. He kind of says like, yeah, I feel how you feel. I don't believe none of that because he didn't communicate it. He just pretty much co-signed what it is that you had to say in my personal, okay? And pretty much lets her know that they ain't got no title. And I said, okay, so they still in the talking phase, but she thinks that they're in a relationship, but they really aren't. So it's giving a situationship. That's what it's really giving. And it kills me because you sit your ass up there in Danny's face and you be over there taunting her in a little bit, okay? You be over there laughing in her face, kind of smiling, getting smart or whatever the case is for a dude that's technically not even yours either. So y'all both look stupid. Okay. This BIT says Rashad had side chicks with Danny because he wasn't happy with her and says it's not the case with me. You are a dumb shut up. Okay. Who said that? I think Kenya said that to Porsha. You are a dumb shut up, because that's exactly what you sound like. You sound just like what you said earlier about Rashad. I mean, I don't have to worry about him cheating or anything like that because we had trust issues in that relationship. And me and Rashad are best friends, and I don't see that happening. And y'all only been together for a few months and ain't even together technically because you're not his girl. Anywho, I can't. I feel like she wants more than a title in his life. And he's not really willing to give that to you. Okay, he's cool with exactly where the hell y'all at in the state of confusion. As long as you continue to pretend and think that you his girl, that's enough. Okay. She says she wants to grow what they have and not ruin what they build. Okay. So when it comes to like a title or whatever the case is, okay. What did I say? You want more of a title in his life than he's willing to give you. Stop that. She says she wants to grow what they have and not ruin what it is that they build. Still not making sense. I'm like, girl, y'all have nothing. You legit have a situationship. That's it. Nothing with a strong foundation. It can go either way. But if that's what you want to do, girl, okay. He just gonna continue to tell you whatever it is you want to hear to continue to string you along. So he can continue to smash on you and all of that. But it ain't giving what you think. So the slumber party comes around. Morgan and Danny arrive, and what we learned is that Morgan's baby daddy has found out where she lives. And how she knows this is because he had her served. He now wants to bring her to court because he wants to be able to lower his child support. I bet you do, because what I think he might have 6 kids now. I feel like Morgan got 3 kids, and now the other baby mama got 3 kids too. So in order to bring in more money into their household, he's trying to lower the money that he gives her. And I don't think that's cool. I hope the judge does not lower his income. It is what it is, okay? So she says she wonders how he got her address. How did he know where she stay at? She automatically blames Ashley. Like, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I was like, girl, why would he get Ashley? Why would you assume that it's Ashley? You can't always blame everything on Ashley, right? And I was like, consider the fact that this man has enough money to get a private investigator. Duh. And then you're on this show. Anybody from production could have hit him up and said, hey, yeah, I know about your girl, this, that. Like, why would you automatically blame Ashley? But baby, we gonna get into that a little later. Every time you give Ashley a leg to stand on, that bitch get knocked right back down. Okay. Neek gets emotional because her boyfriend's brother passed away. They were doing an album release party. There was some words being exchanged at the front of the building, I believe. Some argument ensued, and some young lady ended up, I believe, shooting him in the chest or whatever, which resulted in his death. Okay, so Dwayne is having a very hard time with it, and so is Neek. Okay, so she is trying to console her man and be supportive, and then I'm sure that was very traumatic for her because she was right there when it all went down. Okay, now Ashley, let's get to Ashley. Ashley wants to know where it came from with her bringing women around Morgan's ex. Morgan says she asked her about it, and that was that. Once she asked her about it, it was what it was. But Ashley was the one that brought it here. So when she says brought it there, I'm like, you mean brought it to the show? Is that what it was? Maybe that's what she was talking about. Morgan asked if she gave her address to Eric and Ashley. To Eric and a new chick or whatever. Ashley says, no, she didn't. Ashley, you are exactly who I thought you were from the very beginning. Even though I tried to give you a piece of a leg to stand on, that leg had a crack and this bitch has broken down again. I'm not going to try and give you no more legs to stand on, Ashley. You are conniving. You are a sneaky, and you are a bold-faced liar is what you are. Okay? Morgan calls her a liar. And I felt like at the time, I was like, Morgan, girl, you're so unhinged. Okay. At first I was with you, but I was like, nah, you looking a little crazy now. Right. But no, Morgan had every right to come at your ass the way that she did. Milan now speaks to Danny. Okay. After Danny then got awarded for being pretty much on her best behavior the entire time. And Milan tells Danny how she's full of SHI. She brings up the live, trying to show the ladies the live and everything that happened. Milan, baby, you're annoying. You're annoying, okay? You are hella annoying. You saying Danny thinks she's intimidating, but that's how you're trying to be at this very moment. She ain't even trying to intimidate you. Then gonna stand up and say, yeah, you told people that I was scared to fight you. Now what's up? It's like, girl, if you wanted to fight her, you would have been stole on her ass, high key. You would have been stole on her. You would have been like walked over, got in her face before security could even get to you, and you would have got into some action. But you're not about that action. What you're about is creating drama around yourself to make yourself relevant, to make yourself relevant to be on this show. I do feel like the beef between you and Danny is not real. I think you look crazy beefing with yourself. And I think that you're using Danny to hold on to a position, to have some type of issue with the girls. And it's giving lame. Milan, you're lame, baby. Okay, lame every bit. You wasn't fucking with Ashley, but now all of a sudden you back over there with the ops being cool because you seeing that you ain't really got no friends for real. Girl, I can't. Anywho, Ashley acting like she done called the police on Morgan, child. All right, because Morgan was really finna let her have it. She was over there throwing stuff and all of that. Danny getting into it with Milan. They about to fight. But at the end of the day, they hopped in their SUV or whatever and they rode the hell out. Okay, they rode the hell out and went on about their business at the end of the day. So let's keep going. Milan, she links up with Neek again. Neek, I know you tired of Milan. I know you are. You have to be. She brings up the live again, and it's like, Milan, move on. Move on. She brings up the live again. She says Danny thinks that Milan, no. Danny is talking to Morgan, and she says she brings up the live to Morgan, and she tells Morgan that she believed that Milan was on Nikki's live pretending to be somebody else and screen recording and this, that, and the other. I believe what Danny is saying. It only makes logical sense. If y'all were filming and nobody else really knew what the hell had happened, for real, why would somebody just hop on a person's live and just say some shit like that? Like, it was really awkward. So I believe everything that Danny said about Milan because the person mentioned certain things on the live that nobody else would know about. So yeah, you was trolling and you got caught the fuck up. Anywho, Morgan is still bothered by Ashley due to her ex's behavior, and I was feeling like it was annoying, okay? Until Ashley had that conversation with Mackenzie. They talk, and she says that she figured. Now, look at how Ashley tried to play Mackenzie. She wasn't going to mention it. She was trying to play it up like, oh, well, the way Morgan came at me, I don't know why. Like, I figured what people typically do if they're trying to find you, they would get a private investigator. But Mackenzie just asked her straight up, like, did you let him know that she was in Orlando? And this BITCH says yes. So you did give him her address. You did. And you did. That girl sat up there and asked you. So I wish that Mackenzie would have been a bit more direct versus just saying, did you tell him she was in Orlando? Nah, she said more than that. She's in Orlando, and this is where she's at. Because Ashley, you do strike me as a vindictive person, and I can't say that you shouldn't be, right? But if Morgan is coming at you the way that she's coming at you and being disrespectful to you, it's not like you really owe her anything to withhold that information. Like, you know what I'm saying, from him, I guess. But I feel like I expect that. But at the same time, I feel like you're full of shit too. Because you sitting over here lying in people's faces trying to act like, whoa, it's me. I never had anything to do with that. Girl, no, ma'am. Yeah, I said just when I feel like Morgan be going overboard, Ashley gives us a reason to confirm that she's full of shit. And she deserves all of the energy that Morgan gives her. Period. Megan being nosy on Morgan's baby daddy's girlfriend's page. Okay, so she's being nosy. Turn my nose ring. She's being nosy. And the girl messed around and DM Megan like, yo, you got a problem with me? Like, yo, do I know you? You got a problem with me or whatever like that? Come to find out, the girl asked Ashley, who is this chick? And Ashley says, oh, that's Megan's friend. But aren't you cool with her too? So why wouldn't you also say, oh, that's that's Megan from Basketball Wives, whatever. Like, why you just ain't say that? But you was trying to be messy to imply some messy shit by saying, oh, that's Morgan's friend. You knew exactly what you were doing. That's why I cannot stand Ashley. You're just one fake ass bitch. That's just what it is giving. You throw a lot of stones and rocks and you like to hide your fucking hands until you get caught the hell up. That's what it's giving. Megan wants Mackenzie to see Ashley for who the fuck she is. But then Mackenzie says some slick stuff in the confessional, but I think it's going to be later on in the episode. Now, Ashley hosting a cancer event and she speaks on her losses. And although I felt bad that she's lost so many people, it's like, girl, don't nobody give a fuck. I hate to say it. I mean, woe is me, woo. But you be over here on some BS though. Okay, you worried about things being taken away from you, but you don't care about shit being taken away from somebody else. Girl, shut the fuck up. Morgan has decided to leave the Airbnb now that he knows where she lives. So she's about to move somewhere else. Her kids are with her mom. So I'm like, Morgan, you can run all you want to. It's not really going to hide the fact that you're going to have to show up to court now that he served you. But I do understand if you want to get a whole nother home, another Airbnb, go do whatever it is you got to do. Okay. What we learned is that Eric hasn't even been talking to his kids, but got the audacity to ask if he could get his payments lowered. What the fuck? No, you can't. But the reason why he really found her and reached out is because she's on Basketball Wives now. And with her being on the show, he believes that she's going to get a check. So with her getting a check and now she got a piece of income coming in, hello, now he wants to sit up there and lower the payments, right? What else? What else I put he's a trash ass nigga too. He keeps having kids with his mistress and want to lower payments with her kids. Absolutely not. And you don't even see her kids. You out your fucking mind. But the reason, I already talked about that. The reason why I think he's doing it. Let's get to Mackenzie's little party. I think it was Mackenzie's party. Megan tells Ashley she didn't like that she told the girl she was Morgan's friend. And then Ashley says, well, Morgan and her was beefing. So when she asked about you, I just said you was Morgan's friend. Do you hear yourself? Why would you do that? If you know they're beefing and you're cool with her too, why would you do that? You're just a messy white bitch. That's just what you are. You're a messy white bitch. I don't care nothing about it. Megan says, next time, just send her to me and I can clear up whatever it is I need to clear up. Period. So Mackenzie gets her dumb ass in the confessional and she says that Ashley's intentions were pure. Mackenzie, stop being gullible. Stop being gullible. Stop being naive. Stop being stupid as fuck. Stop letting people get 1, 2, 3, and 4 past your dumb ass. Stop. Okay? I cannot wait until Ashley crosses you. But I don't want to hear you whining to Megan. I don't want to hear you whining to Nick and Morgan. Don't be on no Milan trying to hopscotch your way over to the next bitch because these people over here ain't fooling with you, bitch. Sit in that shit with that fake ass friend that you've been over here upholding the entire season because she's going to cross your ass. And it's just really that simple. She don't cross too many folks on the show already for me to think that she'll never cross you. You're stupid. Anywho, Ashley and Milan. Megan has learned that Milan be talking SHI about her. And Milan thinks everybody is beefing with her. But also, Milan, you out here beefing with other folks too. Ashley is trying to recruit people to be a part of her dumbass villain squad, which makes no sense. It's falling flat. What else? Nikki asked Mackenzie if she and Rashad are official. Mackenzie sits up there and lies to her face and tells this girl yes, knowing that they aren't. The only reason why she said that is because she knows Nikki will take the information back to Danny. But it's okay because I know Danny laughed her ass off when she saw you in that scene with her ex-fiance. Hello? And you looked foolish as hell because she knows his MO because she's been knowing him longer than you. Anywho, Milan and Megan. Milan tells her she's messy. Megan calls her card and tells her how she has talked about everybody. So if I'm messy, then bitch, I guess you just as messy as me then. Guess we on the same page. So Danny tells Nick, I believe Megan was like, right, hasn't she told us stuff about this person, that person, that person? And Danny said, yeah, that's true. And she tells she tells Nick, like, there are things about you that I shouldn't even know about. I shouldn't know that you were upset with your with your boyfriend because he got you this for your birthday instead of that. So when you complained about it, you went and returned that and got this or whatever. And I know a lot of people feel like the conversation wasn't that deep, as far as the information that Milan told Danny. Like, girl, that ain't even nothing deep that she shared with you. Like, she only talked about purses. But still, it doesn't matter. It was information that Nick never told to Danny. Period. I don't give a fuck if my nigga got me some shoes and I ain't liking. I said take it back and get me an ankle bracelet. That is information that I told to Milan. I didn't tell that to Danny. Danny's not my friend like that for me to share that with her. So for me to tell you anything and I find out this bitch know about me, I'm going to start questioning everything that I tell you, because if I tell you some rough stuff about me, then you're going to feed information to this person that can later throw it up in my damn face. So regardless of what it was about, it was never told to Danny by way of Nick. So Milan ass was wrong, period. Okay. So then Milan starts standing up, because one thing Milan want to do is stand up. She always want to stand up, because when Morgan and Nick was going back and forth having an exchange of words, what happened? Milan stood up when they was over there at the house and she was upset with Danny. Okay, all mad. She want to stand up like, I'm ready to fight now. Then now Megan sitting down comfortably, getting ready to take her heels off, because Megan will definitely give you the action that you seeking. Okay, I don't know why y'all be forgetting that Megan was on Bad Girls Club first. Hello. Then here go Milan. Milan wants to stand up too. It's like, Milan, girl, you be fake pumping so much the way they fake pumped up that booty that you got. But we're going to keep going. So Megan is about to treat her, as I said, and Danny starts hugging everybody. And I love this moment for Danny. Danny was just like, y'all was on some other stuff and that's cool or whatever like that. And I can really get with the shits. But I choose not to. I loved how she started hugging folks and getting the fuck on. I loved it. I said, that's right, Danny. That's how you redeem yourself with me, girl. Just hug them hoes and go on about your business. We love to see it. Yes, we do. Milan starts arguing with Nikki. So they're going back and forth. And Nikki calls Milan booty a diaper booty. And I'm like, bitch, if her booty is a diaper, then what is yours? Even though I do believe that Nikki's butt is hers, or at least her hips. I could see it in her mama. So I believe that that's all Nikki. Now, whether Nikki got lipo, she could have possibly gotten some lipo. She could have also got her breasts done too, but I kind of believe that those are her hips and butt. I do, but until somebody prove me wrong, okay? So prove me wrong in the comments. But all in all, you ain't even happy about your own figure. So for you to sit up there and throw shots at this girl's figure, you're lame too. Okay, it's giving two lame birds that need to just go ahead and be friends. Because when somebody talks about your body, then you want to sit up there and cry and then say that she's the mean girl, but then you want to sit up there and say her damn booty is a diaper booty. Well, bitch, if she got on a diaper, then you must have on pull-ups, because what is it really giving? Hello? Yeah, a mess. Anywho, Milan and Mackenzie. Milan pretending like she was actually running. That's what was killing me. That's what was killing me softly. Mackenzie is mad that Megan told Danny she took Ozempic and she ended up losing her ass. And it's like, girl, listen, Mackenzie, you never had a piece of ass, and ain't nobody gonna convince me that you did. Because let me tell you something. If you really was taking Ozempic, in my opinion, and you lost that weight, bitch, your titties wouldn't be that big and your shoulders wouldn't be that broad and wide. Okay? With your wide back ass. But I'm not gonna talk about you. I'm just saying. Okay, and you upset about that. And then I'm over here like, how you know it was Megan that sat up there and told the girl that you was taking Ozempic? Now, it could have been Megan. I don't know. But I ain't gonna lie. I started thinking about Rashad. I was like, did Rashad say that? Did he tell your T girl to that lady? That's what it is that I was wondering. Okay, let me see what else, if anything else happened, because I think my notes had stopped there. But I'm about to just scan this episode and see if there was anything else that may have happened that I might want to mention. I think, who else had a conversation? I feel like, let me see what I put. I think Megan and Morgan. Okay, they did have a. So Megan tells Morgan about the Ashley and Nikki event, and she felt like it was really good. Of course, Morgan did not go. I believe she got the invite, but she had to move because the ex ended up having her addressed and stuff, so she couldn't really be there no more. But let me see what else she talked about. Mm. Okay, boom. So their conversation is pretty much more and more about Milan. They talk more and more about Mulan. Morgan is not understanding why Neek is up Mulan's ass in so many words. Like, why you sitting up here letting this girl play you? I think Neek gonna get tired of Mulan, because I don't think Neek wants to keep harping on the same BS and not moving on to something else. You know what I'm saying? Megan is over Milan. She feels like Milan is messy. She constantly blowing her up, and she don't be talking about shit for real. So, nothing but mess, but want to label her as messy. But either way, that's that. That's all that I have for the past few episodes of Basketball Wives. All right, you guys go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything that we just talked about when it comes to Basketball Wives. I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.